it's what you see is what you get type of thing, you know? It's like fast fashion nowadays is like all about the trends. If you're not, and if the trend changes, for sure everything's gonna be thrown out and used as the newer trends. Basically, it's a business tactic. Like it's business, it's booming, right? But the thing is, we're not trying to compete with businesses or whatnot. But like, let's just say, because let's say Home Depot, right? You know the kayak we have, right? So at Home Depot, it's usually 200 or 175.
Yes.
So we go half price off of that. Um, this was donated to us brand new. It was in packaging. We just had to blow it up to be able to present it. It's all about presentation, right? Because you got some people, like let's say, very entitled. I would say I wouldn't call them very snobby or whatnot, but like very entitled people, where they come through the thrift store. They don't want to walk around because they don't want their fingers getting dirty, right? But then they see that kayak, and then they go, "Oh, how much is that?" And then when they hear the price, I want to buy it, right? Because it's so cheap, right? So this kayak that we got is 200, so half price of that, it was 150, and now it's at 100 right now. So and it has all the necessities and everything. But then like two less fortunate people, they think of consequences. Like they're always like, why would they need a kayak on Guam when the weather is fucked up? You have to see it on how they see it. The less fortunate is always having to think of the outcome of things, the future of how things will have to bring them. Like let's say if they bought a sweater, right? And if they were gonna, so if they bought a sweater, and if it was of a very thin material, right? They would look at it and be like, why would I buy this when it's gonna last me a week when I could buy another sweater we have that's thick material, right? And cotton, when this could save me the lifetime of 3 to 4 years, right? A lot of them, not all of them, but most of them, they come in thinking that way. And then when some, the more fortunate ones, when they come in, they see it only by the brand. Ooh, they have Nike. It's this color, this color, this color. I want it.
Oof.
Right. So it's something I want. I want it. It has a tag. It's great. Nobody used it. I don't want to be picking up after people. I want it. So there's a whole big difference on how people who works in thrift stores categorize people who need stuff or want stuff. So need stuff is when you, like, let's just say things that will benefit you now, right? Right? But then people who comes in thrift stores, it's what they would benefit from during tomorrow or in the future or in events, right? Or just to upcycle or like to resell or and that's what they want. So it's like things that not necessarily tied with them now, but like always gonna benefit them somehow, or like visually, or profit. You're an upcycler. Yeah, so they go to thrift stores and find little articles of clothing from us. Let's just say I do have a customer who comes in and he buys a bunch of shoes. Just shoes. And because we do go half price off, he rings up, let's just say, $50 to $70, right? For like, let's say 20 shoes. Or like 10 to 15, right? If and this is just my roundup. If he takes all these shoes, none of it is for him because it's either too small or too big. He's reselling it to get more money out of it, and he would be like getting what, $200 to $300 out of all those 12 or 20 shoes. Like, let's just say that, right? So we gave him a very good deal, but he's also getting a very good deal out of it.
He is.
And that's how thrift stores are usually seen by a lot of people who shopping through us, because it's like a good cash grab for them. So, but if it does come to people who need stuff, they don't get a lot of things out of it. Let's just say, because people who want stuff, they like buy in bulks, like you said, right, to resell, or like for their like just to be on good terms with family members or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Or usually people, when they come in to buy what they need, they actually buy in smaller amounts than usual.
Right, like just a shirt, just pants, just socks.
Yeah, or like 2 pieces of jewelry, or like even like dishes,
Right.
cups, just things that they need now. Like, let's say if someone sends you from another organization to us, Island Girl Power, they would either give you like a amount that you have to shop with, or we have to give you. But if we have to give you, each people in a household that's under a voucher has $10 each. So like, let's say there's 5 people in a household, there's $50 already. So you could get anything in the thrift store for $50, but best believe you can't haggle us to give you something that's $200 for $50. For our thrift store, we would write up the recommendation letter, or the write up letter, and all they have to do is just get stuff for themselves and go. So 52 seasons, let's just say about 25 seasons in, all those clothing gets donated to the thrift store. So it's basically elder siblings giving their hand-me-downs to their younger siblings.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's how like companies work with thrift stores as well, right? Even if it's like new, like tagged, still brand new and stuff, they're donating it to us because it's not in fashion anymore. And fast fashion is a booming thing. And you said that there's like 52 of them. Let's just say it's the next year. Last year, we would have the first 25 and the last 25, which is 50. So that is the first 52 seasons of last year. Because people are always looking for new things. They don't see the worth from the previous, so they just throw it away. They just give it to the secondhand stores. It all gets thrown away. At the end of the day, it's all being thrown away. If not that, then it's all given to the shelters around the world. Like, we have, it has to be upcycled like that. Because let's just say, if nobody's shopping at Ross, nobody's shopping at thrift stores, right? Let's just say that. All those clothing there is all going to have to either be thrown away into the garbage. For sure, nobody's going to be upcycling it because nobody's buying it. So it's either the garbage or less for like shelters. Let's just say 75% of people who comes to thrift stores, they're always donating.
Right.
But then the next 25% in the thrift stores after the whole pandemic and typhoon thing, they're shopping. Like, donators are always taking more because they have more than what they need, and they have to get rid of so many things that they don't need. But it's always great for other families within the thrift stores, right? Because let's just say that first 75 would donate, the last 25 would grab onto and upcycle it. So 25% would be people who donate.
Okay.
50% would be people who shop, and then the last 25% would be people who resells it. Okay. So I was wearing a big Jamaican-looking shirt.
Nice.
And then you're like, that's a cute top. Where'd you get it?
Oh, no.
Aha! And I was like, well, buddy, I got it from Ross. Oh my God! This is the exact words you say. Oh my God! You know how many slaves had to die for making that? I was like, oh fuck no way. And I went to Ross. I actually didn't go shop there. I went to Ross, and while I was actually on the checkout area, I remember what you said, and I left all my things in the thing and left out. I was like, I'm gonna go to a thrift store. I was like, I am gonna go. So I think that was the last time I've actually walked into a Ross. After that, and I think that was my last purchase thing I've ever had at Ross. That top, yeah. So it's been like what, a good year. I haven't gone to.
Exactly. You're literally voting for people's rights by not shopping at Ross. So like when they're not making enough money, my entire hope is that people are more educated and they know about these issues, and they just choose the value of human life over fashion.
You're right.
It's like, girl, you know how I like my fashion.
Amen.
You know how much I love fashion.
Yes.
I'm fashionista. You're a fashionista.
No, yes.
And like, if we could just get more people to express themselves in a more sustainable way, then other countries could have the time and the resources and like the opportunity to get out of sweatshops